We got a growing danger to talk about, the possibility now of an all-out war between Israel in the north and Hezbollah in southern Lebanon. This is all along the northern border there, and they have fought wars before, 1982, 2006. And while that's happening, you got this view from Pyongyang, North Korea. Russia and North Korea teaming up, signing an armed aggression pact against the West in their strongest military deal since the Cold War. Kayleigh McEnany, co-host of Outnumbered, with us on this, and good morning to you. So we got a lot of things to talk about. I just want to put this on screen. These are the foreign crises under the current administration going back 3.5 years. You got Afghanistan withdrawal was #1, right? August of 2021. Ukraine war, Middle East war, Chinese spy balloon, China eyeing war with Taiwan. And you've got this Cold War style pact between Russia and North Korea. That was originally going back to 1961, and now they've revived this relationship, Kayleigh.
Yes, first time Putin has visited North Korea in nearly a quarter of a century, and he's giving them legitimacy. North Korea, in return, is giving 11,000, according to U.S. assessments, containers of munitions along with ballistic missiles. I think, though, the way you put that out broadly is very important. My former colleague, National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien, wrote a long-form piece in Foreign Affairs about peace through strength and how, in retrospect, that doctrine looks pretty good right now. And he noted the sophisticated estimates we have out there that, Iran, 18 months, yes, from a nuclear weapon, but 2 weeks from having enough enriched uranium to go into that nuclear weapon. These are very, very huge, important times wherein, as voters go to the polls, I know economy is top of mind, but international affairs should be right there, given what we face.
And perhaps you can expect that to be the case on the debate stage next Thursday night. The Wall Street Journal editorial board saying this, Kayleigh: the Biden administration's behaved as if the world still wants to play by post-Cold War rules. The result is growing disorder and the menacing ambitions of anti-American states. If Mr. Trump has a better response than saying there were no wars when he was president, the American people would love to hear it. Makes you wonder where this goes in the debate.
Absolutely. That was a fantastic piece. And one of the things they honed in on was that Obama loved to talk about the international community. But some of these international organizations that embody the community, we can no longer quite trust to be on the right side. The UN, we see how much they penalize Israel vis-a-vis bad actors, the ICC, targeting Israel, targeting Western democracies. They've even targeted U.S. troops in the past, the G20, targeting America economically. So the international community, we can't just rely on that. It needs to be America first. And Trump needs to lay that out, how he will cleave wedges between North Korea and Russia and seize on disagreements in order to make the world a safer place.
Okay, just watching the blogs here now. There has not been a second opinion released yet. There is one, but we'll get to that shortly, and Justice Kavanaugh is reading it from the bench, so stand by. On the campaign itself, this is getting a little bit of attention. It was in Axios yesterday. People on the outside, Democratic strategists, people on the inside, in the inner circle. Here's what they say. It is unclear to many of us watching from the outside whether the president and his core team realize how dire the situation is right now and whether they even have a plan to fix it. That is scary. Now, this whole idea about how dire the situation is goes to the campaign, may go to his health, may go to some of the polling we're seeing. However, what we see in our polling, we see a dead heat today, 5 months out.
Absolutely. This debate is huge. It's huge for President Trump because we see in our Fox poll, Biden leads among independents by 9. If I'm Trump, I want to stay off defense. There's going to be a hesitation to be on defense. The moderators at CNN, I believe, will try to put me on defense, so be on offense. But for the current president, Biden, not only do you have to show you have the mental acuity, and he may jump over that pretty low hurdle set for him, you need to find a way to seize on the only thing you have, which is democracy, which is #1 in the Fox News poll. You'll see him lean into January 6th, among others, and also abortion. But that's all you've got. So how do you paint a rosy agenda while leaning into the two areas where strategically they're the only places you have an advantage?
It's going to be, we talk about, like Karl Rove talks about how consequential this debate's going to be next Thursday night, and a long time till there's another debate in September.
Absolutely. September will be huge, but this, I think it's hard to overstate the importance because you do see Biden with that 2-point lead. He wants to seize on that. Trump wants to.
We learned a little more about the debate rules. There's no opening statement. Both men walk out. They stand at podiums. There will be a pen, pad of paper, and a glass of water for each of them. And the first person will be asked a question. They go for 2 minutes. And then you get a 1-minute response and then maybe a rebuttal after that. The candidate who can stay on point and keep those points succinct and stick the landing over a 2-minute answer will win this debate.
No doubt about it. And the candidate that can stick to the issues. I mean, if I'm President Trump, when I am asked about these issues, about January 6th, yes, you can answer them briefly, but pivot to the economy, pivot to where you're winning, because the advantage you have is your opponent cannot run like Ronald Reagan did in 1984 with that Morning in America ad, which was officially called Prouder, Stronger, Better. 3 words that do not characterize the United States at the moment. The advantage Trump has is he can point retroactively to 4 years where Americans were better off, and he should do that every single chance he gets.
See how it goes. Huh?
All right, Kayleigh, good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you at
Thanks.
Thanks.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.